Well, hello everybody, my name is Forever2 and welcome back to Genshin. For what I could say, I have no idea what I should be doing after I have finally caught up with the current main story line, which is I have done Act 5 of the Archon quests, and we're still in Fontaine, doing God knows what. I am still trying to build up my Navia, then build up my Raiden Shogun, then Chevres, than any other character that I deem worthy of having my time with. I've already leveled up the Traveler to the maximum, that's fine enough for me, but it's figuring out what to do next. Now, I haven't done anything other than going with the boss fights and all that stuff. Now, what I want to think about should be doing right now, it's the only thing I could do, is the story quests. And I only have 4 left of this. So, since I'm going to be doing from beginning to new, we'll be doing Neuvillette's story. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I am going to make this one. Oh, and by the way, and I hope you guys really enjoyed my last video, because it was like almost 3 hours long to record, and it took about 3 days for me to put them all together, because I have been feeling really tired as of late. Like, I'm sleeping more. I've been sleeping throughout the day, through the evening, then I keep getting up early. I have no idea why. I shouldn't be doing that. But I think that's just my problem. So, I hope you guys enjoy this. So we're going to be starting this. I really like that card right there.
Did I hear that right? Monsieur Nuevillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Nuevillette! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Ugh, Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Iudex acting like a private detective?
Starting a new job? I can introduce you to some amazing detectives.
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
I don't think he knows that it was a joke.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
Wait, no. Somebody be threatening the Melusine? I see they've chosen death.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this.
Well, that's just being Paimon. You should know this.
I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding.
Then I shall return to my post for now. Should anyone visit while you are away, I will be sure to make a record of it. I sincerely hope that you will return soon.
I still can't get over the fact that Melusines are so freaking adorable. Why isn't there a plushie?
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I don't like the fact that sometimes my PC just cuts out some of the auto dialogue, but I'm guessing that Neuvillette had a similar experience with a case like that.
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events.
Knew it.
There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Care to explain in detail?
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts.
Because you are literally a Hydro Sovereign Dragon, which you are essentially almost immortal.
Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had 2 subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them.
And why is that?
The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power.
So basically, we got some discriminated people discriminating against the Melusines. Okay, so segregation?
The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Okay. That is some serious and something dark. I can't joke about this. You're concerned that the perpetrator's real target. Seems like they're using Melusines against you.
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society.
We've already seen the village.
I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me.
What in the hell is these people's problem?
I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating?
I'm guessing he just doesn't want anyone else to be in danger.
There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions.
So we got some corrupt cops, bigots, hypocritical fools, not to mention racists against Melusines? Yeah. Or was it speciesists? I'm not sure.
However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
Paimon, keep in mind he is a dragon.
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
Exactly, but when do we meet other dragons?
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
By literally, he is a sea dragon, for crying out loud. If you put it that way, we are also outsiders to Fontaine.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation?
Come on, give us a chance. We're your friend.
Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed.
Oh.
Just leave it to us.
Yes.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
And pick up some ice-cold water while we're at it.
So Nuevillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
Alright. I know we just started this thing, but
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
And yet you made that stupid thing up, Paimon. And if I may not have said it, please let Sidine tell you that you should like, subscribe, and yeah, click the notification bell.
I never thought I'd see him here.
Does anyone have a camera?
Wait, who are you talking about? Me?
We should have gone up to him and said something.
Yeah, that was the perfect opportunity.
Oh, I think they're gonna do the Nuevillette? Wow, he seems really popular in this time. Some fangirls, maybe?
The weather's amazing today.
Oh, look at her.
Kiara.
Kiwawa?
Monsieur Nuevillette! And you are? Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
Oh.
Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Paimon.
Thanks for the compliments. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes, can you give me a limited edition freaking Melocene plushie? If there's anything. Please. I want a hug, cuddle. A hug. More importantly,
I heard from Sidine
Arena.
that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter. Oh, right! I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek.
how innocent a Melocene can be.
But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind. Someone who always strikes up a conversation with you.
Ah!
Did you think of something?
Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Well, an enforcer of law should always keep a threatened letter until they show them to the proper person.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple
What?
threat. Neither the
What is
handwriting
that?
nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions.
Is that a camera? Oh, someone taking pictures now, huh?
We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now.
Yes,
Going off
we
on
are.
your own could be dangerous.
We are being watched right now.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe.
I'm actually trying to spot where that angle of the camera comes from.
With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big sis pipe. Big sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your big sis Paimon is super strong.
You're more of a medium sis Paimon.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. See you around. So, Kiara, how old are you?
I wonder.
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Nuevillette. That must have been a long time ago.
400 years.
Carol? Did I know who I mentioned her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Huh. Paimon sees.
I'm confused.
Hey,
What the?
Traveler, did you hear that?
Yes, it is a camera. I am carefully looking around. It is definitely a camera. Yep, I see you, son bitch.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
Because it is.
Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Definitely, we're big celebrities here.
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
We're on a secret mission. We're protecting Kiara.
Did you run into any trouble?
It's not really trouble anymore with us around.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
May should have said we're on a secret mission. But oh well. It doesn't hurt to say the truth. Aww. She's adorable.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all.
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
Footprints?
I took a look around the shop. Nuevillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like
Right.
bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
So they have blacklight vision?
All right. Now
Infrared?
that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Melusine Fashion Week?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Are we able to see
Please
it?
wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well.
Hey, you know what I see right there? I see something right there. I'm not sure if I should say it's Charlotte or some person wearing that kind of color.
Huh? What are you looking at?
I think there's someone over there.
Is there really someone watching us?
Behind us.
Let's sneak over and take a look.
Behind us, dingus. Sorry. I swear, it was like right here. Ah. Not here. Ah! There she is. I knew it was Charlotte.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Oh. Maybe she wasn't taking pictures of... Maybe it wasn't some stalker. It was just Charlotte trying to get a picture of Nuevillette by the...
Gotcha! Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Oh, I apologize. You got me worried for nothing. Damn it, Charlotte.
Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
What are you doing here exactly?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Nuevillette and request an interview with him.
Of course.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session.
Of course, Neuvillette's gotta be the popular one. Women want him, men want his respect, and Charlotte wants pictures of him. Interviews, too. Because she's a journalist.
So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
I don't think he'd agree. It's better if we kept this secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. Oh, what a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
Mm-hmm. I can already imagine that fingers crossed.
Alright then.
Damn it.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melusine?
That's exactly what I said. Those who target them shall receive my punishing punch. A fervent slap in the face, or a fervent punch in the nose.
Shh, not so loud. It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me.
Why do I get the feeling that this will get out of hand, extremely out of hand?
But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People
She's a
care a
leak.
great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melusines, so... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Oh, there's Chlorand. Huh.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great!
What design?
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Haran! What are you doing here?
Aw. We didn't get to see her, a Melusine wearing something else other than this.
It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
She did,
As I
literally.
passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Nuevillette was investigating a case with you.
God damn it, Charlotte. You've already loosed lips.
Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases.
Oh, so she actually eavesdropped on our conversation?
I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
I can see where this is going, but I'm not going to point that out. You guys already know this already. And if you already caught on what I was trying to think about, don't put that out of context, please.
Ah, Nuevillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Nuevillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Nuevillette.
Custom shirts, baby.
How has your work been recently?
Same as usual. My schedule normally isn't too packed, so I have plenty of time for myself.
Ooh, then shall we go out to play? How about a beach vacation, like last time?
Beach episode?
I've even signed up as a volunteer lifeguard. I'm really good at swimming, so I'm sure I can help.
We're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Chlorand. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I have come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
Why is that?
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
I think you'd rather read a book that has pictures on it. You need to read a lot more, Paimon.
Don't
What was
worry.
that?
I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
Being a Hydro Dragon, you certainly do have picked up a skill of reading.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Like, oh boy. Well, Paimon, get some coffee. We're about to delve. The defendant Risley has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty by Iudex of Nuevillette. Risley will be exiled to the fortress of Meripede, where he will be serving his sentence. During the trial, Nuevillette remained silent for a long time. Alright, the bribery case? There has been a severe bribery scandal within the guards. Okay, corrupt cops. The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case. All suspects involved have been arrested. Suspects have confessed to their crimes. About the Representative Council's proposal... Oh, wrong button. The Representative Council has filed a request to collaborate with the Marichi's Phantom on certain public events. Based on research, they believe that mellow scenes can enhance the popularity of these events. I mean, why not? They're adorable. The Marichi's, I'm not sure how I say this words right. Phantom has yet to respond. However, it has not prohibited the mellow scenes from participating in such activities. And the smuggling case. The smuggling case was resolved by the joint forces of the guards and the Marichi's Phantom. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix for the list of names. What? Oh, about the Spina de... You spying on my girl? He's got every note on it. Callus, boss of Spina de Rusula, was defeated in the duel and died of serious injuries. The defense of his honor has now come to a close. The defendant did not raise any objections throughout the trial. Iudex of Nuevillette reserved judgment in this case. Its details are still under investigation. Boy, boy.
Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I can only imagine Paimon wearing glasses and wearing office clothes and has a bottle of one of those energy drinks. 5 hour. Trying to work overtime, but she's just crashed.
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
I'm not gonna question it. What the hell?
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
The law is never easy.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine.
Easy for a long-living dragon.
There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
We haven't lasted 5 minutes and she already tired.
All right. Let us take a break then.
Still working, hey? The silence is ridiculous.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something?
The silence is ridiculously awkward. Alright then.
The silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Exactly, even if I took the words out of my mouth.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Memoria for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Well, I got a bottle of water right here for me.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you!
I wonder...
Paimon wonders what Nuevillette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
Nah, if it's for the if he is a dragon, a water hydro dragon to be exact, I bet his entire wine rack is just filled with different types of water. Just water. It's gonna be water, isn't it?
He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like T-Luke.
Except the winery is just full of high H2O, different types of water. Hell, he even has a rare bottle that has glacial water. Like that one movie.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
Because it is.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
What did you expect?
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
Oh, yes. This delectable, highly clear liquid is from a chunk of glacier from all the way from Xianyun. I don't care if the waters are indeed fested and prohibited. The glacier is pure in its liquidness. I'm spouting random words for no reason. I'm so sorry. And I think Sumeru is just placid.
This water is indeed very special.
How is
It
it?
would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Oh, yes. Water. The purity that is pure. Better than wine. Better than wine.
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In
Yes.
fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water.
We have our own unique filtration system. The Hydro Dragon scales naturally filters water.
Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liu's Chingtsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village.
I mean, I've seen the water from Inazuma's Konda village. Shinsei village as well, but lake waters are often weird.
Here is one of their latest products. Water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
They're all just water, aren't they? Is there any difference?
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda village placid.
Only you, Nuevillette, would figure out the flavors and taste of every single water in Tibet. Everyone else would just think it's just water.
Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Paimon now.
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
The only refining taste that Paimon will ever have is food.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. I'm pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway? Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
Indeed, Paimon, that would be the case.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
Because he got recommended by Fossilores, damn it.
Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. For a long time, my memory was rather incomplete. With regard to the primordial sea, for example, I used to only be able to vaguely recall its connection to me, but I was unaware of what that connection was exactly.
Is there anyone who could answer those questions?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
Well, dragons are somewhat territorial, I think.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
And who do you think of, and what, pray tell, are you talking about, Paimon?
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time.
Is it the one dragon from Sumeru that doesn't like Nadia? She can go to hell.
But there is one thing I've discovered along the
dragon.
way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
I see.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
It hasn't been 10 minutes. You've only read them for about 3 minutes and you're already saying that.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago,
Oh no.
another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
The Fountain of Lucine?
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions.
Which is why we found the one manifestation of Marcel's, Fauché's victims. They all converged into the fountain, and that's where we got started with the mystery.
If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
I think the only thing you could think of, Paimon, is just food. At this point. I'm disappointed in Paimon in this whole Archon chapter here.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Well, time to flip a coin and then time to toss a coin.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
It actually amazes me.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Not really. Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
Because you already knew how to tap into the power of Hydro already within the descriptions or the
A safe
water
distance?
itself.
Nuevillette, what exactly are you...
He's gonna make an explosive entrance.
Whoa, it's glowing!
That's a heck of a ton of memories. My eyes! Ah! Ah! It's 6 in the morning and it's already too bright. Ah! As the Fountain of Lucine lights up, a wave of dizziness washes over you. I'm feeling dizzy just from looking at the bright screen. Look away, people. Look away. Is it over? No, it's not. Ah! Okay. What just happened to D? My eyes were blinded. I got flashed. Okay. Everything looks like a little different than how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. Well, we are in a flashback. We're in a literal flashback. I am thinking that this place is the memories in the Fountain of Lucine's memories. I mean, there's a restriction here. What the hell? Yeah, let's take a look around. Look at this. The Palais. Oh wait, we're all the way back. We're way back here in this fountain where the 3 lions are. Okay. I was stupid. Alright. Ooh. Where are those two? There's Nuevillette. Carol?
Nuevillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
Even in the past, the Melusines are adorable.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
Really needed to hear people just say the word so I could say it properly, Maréchaussée.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
Oh, she's innocent.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. But I want to see the outside world nonetheless.
Oh, she...
In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
That's the million-dollar question for every living being, isn't it?
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way.
Because he was born like that.
I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head.
Oh, hell no.
And I tried really hard not to cry.
Where they at? I'm gonna beat their asses.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist.
It's
It
different.
will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome.
And you would think that discrimination is always everywhere, man. It may not be in it now. It may not exist now, but there's still small spots for that.
Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat.
It's gonna take a literal long
There
time.
aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
How long ago are we in now?
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
Oh,
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Oop, my mouse is in the way of that cute face. I'm sorry. I just realized it. I keep getting bad vibes from this. Like, from that point, it's just innocent enough. I think we're going through different points in time in this little lane. Literal memory lane. I think that's Carol in her work form. Is this one of those encounters where he's gonna berate her for being Melusine? I wish I could punch the fool.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh, where's my fist? I want to punch you. Too bad we're in a memory. What a grade A SOB. Just looking at her. She's just literally asking.
Hello. I'm Carol, a Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
She is part of the guards, you utter bitch.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard
Look
to
at this.
say.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters.
They're not monsters.
Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
A lot of them may be misunderstandings.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nuevillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Speciesists.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
There ain't no hidden agenda, you stupid idiot. I got no other words for that. I mean, I got no other comebacks here, man. I'm just getting pissed off just from hearing this. Alright, you three aren't going to be beaten up with my fist. I don't care if you're a woman or not, I'll punch you. I'm an equalist.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
But she is innocent, damn.
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him.
Don't be pissing off.
We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you. You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred
Quit
recently?
antagonizing her. Quit doing that.
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside
So that's
from
Vautrin.
spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Maréchaussée Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed
Throw
been
him in jail.
increase in cases
They don't need
recently,
interrogation.
perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
They're just pointing fingers because they want to save people that were actually involved. The humans, not Melazines. Melazines aren't even capable of crimes. Are they? But seriously, throw their asses in jail.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side.
There is no side.
Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
You're the one who's corrupt, bitch. Sorry. I'm pissed at her.
How can
This
two
character.
completely different species possibly coexist?
Well, I will admit, the voice actress of this certain character or NPC character knows how to piss someone off. I apologize if I said me.
You heard that?
Yeah.
I want to give her a hug.
I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
Because they're bigots, that's what. Clinging to the old ways.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
I can tell from the song that he's actually concerned. Maybe he's just trying to steer her away from big risks.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort.
She's really determined. She's really an idealist.
I still
I
want
think.
to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away?
Oh, don't. Oh, don't you
We'll
dare.
hand them out together. The faster
Oh.
we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
That's a nice fellow. Again, bad feeling vibes that it's going to get worse from here. You've already gotten a view of discriminatory actions here. Now there's going to be riots, protests. Yeah, pretty much.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin.
Oh, so that's why they have those kind of
Thank
medals
you
here.
for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melazines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melazines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
I'm already happy just seeing you.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
Yeah.
Ugh, you blockhead! Don't ruin the mood.
Oh my god.
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you put in.
All they need is one excuse to have a Melusi make one mistake, a small, even small. They just need that small mistake to start a spark, to start a raging inferno of protests and something like that.
Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
And of course, there's going to be some passerbyers, eavesdroppers. What you two planning?
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Oh, rightfully ours, really? Rightfully yours? What's rightfully yours? Your house?
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Oh, are these like aristocrats or nobles or something like that? Rich people?
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine.
You're not Fontaine, you're just a citizen.
So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder.
What?
Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
Oh, you prejudice, you conniving ass. You're gonna be willing to do anything to pin the blame on anyone?
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Wow. Now this is what happens when prejudice or discrimination gets to people. To those who stick to the old ways or being traditionalists, if they don't like anything new, they'll just do everything they can to destroy the new, to belittle the new. Can't believe they would resort to murdering an innocent person just to pin the blame on someone else, especially on Melusi. The scheming, the conspiracies now. Where are they at? I'm gonna kick their asses.
Turn the murderer in!
And not because that just happened. They're inciting other people to protest, riots.
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette too!
They're inciting rebellion or anything. And Carol is being a victim and everything.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back.
Look how scared she is. What the hell is Wick shaking? Oh my god. I feel like something really bad's going to happen. And it's going to affect Voltron as well.
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform.
Wow.
They tricked Miss Carol into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carol chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
Wait, did she let him beat her?
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
Did she commit the unthinkable? Or did she actually let the people beat her? I don't know what happened there. One thing for certain, that she is a Melusine. She only really thinks that she could resolve anything just by sacrificing.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carol might have thought there was no better plan.
Yeah, because she kind of thought that that would solve it.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need.
What?
Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Wait, is he gonna go Batman on this? Or Red Hood on this?
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal.
Wait, is that why you tried to discourage her from pressing her forward to her dream?
From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
But Carol wouldn't give in.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Nuevillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along.
Yeah, because they couldn't go after Nuevillette because he is indeed powerful. He is indeed like an ancient being, a dragon, or I'm not sure if they don't know if he's a Hydro Dragon, but he is indeed powerful. Has a long life enough and really powerful and smart too. Has ages and years of wisdom or something like that to be smart enough to be thorough. And because he is a Iudex, which makes him a higher authority. Him as well because he is a captain of the Special Security and Patrol. So they thought they'd go after a Melusine instead because they're vulnerable to being tricked and they're innocent enough, which makes me pissed.
Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
No, because Neuvillette really constricts himself to the law. I'm not sure if that's the right word for it, but he's bound by the law.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you.
Oh, I see. So Fontaine went on being a vigilante then. To be the Venture or something like that. A real Marechaussee Phantom. The kind that goes after these people.
I will take responsibility for everything.
It really escalated that quickly. And we're gonna go inside the opera house.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
So he ended up getting caught, maybe. So how many old regimers did he took down?
Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend.
Oh, are you one of those stupid assholes?
Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
Are you one of those idiots that really hated those Melusines? Now you're gonna care for Melusine just because a human got involved?
I'm thinking we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around.
So I'm gonna assume that they think that because they're his close subordinates, he's gonna try a favorable sentence. Maybe call it rigged to not guilty to keep him around, or...
Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Oh, so now that they changed their minds because the old regime party was uprooted, stopped, and because the crimes were founded, they want to be in favor be in Neuvillette's favor. So they don't want to get caught or involved. Okay.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds.
Well, vengeance is one of the few things of justice.
Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Nah, beat their asses. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for me, I'd do everything in my power to exact that.
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
It's not seeking revenge that he's guilty for. The charge is, how do I say this? Murder, maybe? Taking lives, sure. But vengeance is not an actual crime, it's just a thought, a motivation.
Monsieur Nuevillette.
I could tell.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
The Aura Cheese is favoring them.
Order!
And I can already tell he's already distressed about it, you know.
I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice.
But that's just one side of it.
I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law.
Yeah, it's not going to sway Nuevillette because Nuevillette is literally bound by the Fontainian law, even though he secured his status as a Iudex.
Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What? That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off?
Now you're thinking that he's going to let you off the hook because you're close to the Iudex. But it's not easy because he is bound by the law and he cannot just, how do I say it, abuse the law.
Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin.
And I'm guessing that Fossilors has to keep...
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Okay, so that's going to be the end of the flashback, I guess.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
I'm actually crying here, Paimon. Shut the hell up. I'm having an emotional moment, Paimon.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me.
So we were in his memories then?
I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over.
I mean, from the way we saw these memories, yeah, the worry, the fear, the hate, the prejudice, and of course the discrimination. The fountain seems like a memory bank for all what transpired near it.
Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm okay. Now I know you're a part of the story a bit.
Wow. Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought.
Even more so when he received the full authority. Gained back the authority.
Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different.
Yeah, because now that he has his full authority or full power, he can tap into the Hydro element fully. Even more so.
It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
You ain't an outsider no more, then.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the Court of Fontaine to when you declared Faltrin guilty.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them.
So I'm guessing that those two characters were the only regrets you have in your life.
It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Oh yeah, because I forgot that Kiara, the Melusine, got a threat letter.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying.
Now I'm trying to remember how long ago was that memory from. From the situations from there to now. Like right here in the present.
Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Yeah, we want to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
No, I just skimmed through the documents, but I did caught wind of the name.
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you
Oh,
doing
look, here's
here?
my day.
I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia! Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case.
God damn it, Charlotte.
So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Now we got Spina di Rosula involved.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you.
Oh yeah, because we were walking around with Nuevillette. And I keep hearing whispers. So they were bound to find out what the hell's
You
going on.
talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
Oh, right. Melusines, I'm not sure if Melusines are not prone to keep secrets. They'll just say everything, really. But then again, we didn't tell her to keep it a secret.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Ah.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
I mean, you are a Iudex. I
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think.
You both attract more attention. Look at your outfit. And look at your appearances. You are a figure of authority. Iudex. The highest authority, I think. And you really do stand out. With all that damn blue.
Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta indeed. Damn, she still looks good.
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight.
Because the whole situation changed over the years. Now that the old regime was uprooted, people are starting to be open-minded more about Melusines and even try to be friends with it.
What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines.
400 years?
I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Yeah, because times change.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melazine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating.
Look at these dudes. They're all protecting this one little Melusine here. They're her bodyguards.
What? That's it. Who's been threatening Melazines? Show yourself!
Oh, sorry, that was my alarm.
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch.
Yeah.
Think about how much we owe them.
Hell yeah, man.
Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Yeah, I've got to protect the Melusines, man.
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
Oh, they got some volunteer night watches, huh? Hell, look at this. Even the colleagues.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling
Oh,
by.
these two actually finished the ship thing just because they heard about the situation with the Melusine. Now, I think they're going to try to walk around and escort their friend.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
It's also cute that the Melusines don't even have concern about what's been going on, and they just care about their well-being.
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
I just skipped it, and I heard the stomach growl. I just skip over the damn things so I won't be slow.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
It's cute that she has a lisp. And it's more cute that she's more caring about their well-being than theirs.
I heard even Nervillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Yeah.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervillette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Isn't that Nervillette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
Don't do that.
This is truly wonderful.
Yep. 400 years passes by.
Wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Alright. Alright. It's so nice.
All this reminds me of a rumor I've heard.
What
rumor?
I've heard that the emblem on our hats didn't always look like this. A long time ago, Melazines weren't a part of the design. The police emblem only included the scales symbolizing the law. The emblem was redesigned later on to commemorate a Melazine's sacrifice.
That must have been a long time ago.
400 years. Yeah. 400 years ago, my dudes.
No one can stay hidden on my watch.
A true man of culture to appreciate Melusine rights.
I must keep the Melazine safe.
I just can't sit back and watch.
Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, I never actually looked at their hats before. Yeah, it does look like Carol. Yeah. What a way to honor that. Smuggling case?
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one.
Oh my god, look at that. There's a stamp that has a Melusine on it. That's cute.
The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders, but who did not participate in the case, will not stand trial.
What does that mean?
Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Assume so.
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Bay about this?
Monsieur Nuevillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us.
Speak of the flower, speak of the girl, and she comes here.
He said, and I quote,
or he.
We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe.
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
I just had coffee and now I'm going to the cafe. Okay. Who are these people?
Hey Navia, we're here!
Yes, we are.
Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
Paimon, don't talk to strangers.
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
They are caught. They're like prey in a cage. They're willing to comply in either way.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
You see how nervous they are? It's funny.
Something feels off. But, oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essin here?
Yes, that's me.
Look how this fool stands up. Like he knows that there's musket snipers standing around the rooftops having an eye on them. And he's not gonna lie out of this. He knows he's caught.
You're Essin?
Like a toady.
Yes, Monsieur Nuevillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
Spit it out, boy.
I did, but I was just following orders.
Oh, so he wrote the letter, but he didn't write it personally. Wait, no, that was the wrong thing. He did write the letter, but he only wrote the letter for somebody.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico.
Right.
Where is he now?
Prison, most likely.
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves.
Oh, no.
This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
Alright then, let's head to the fortress right now.
Yeah, I'm very excited to go back to prison, Paimon.
It's Monsieur Nuevillette.
Oh, the secretary.
Seeing things?
No, Bay, you're not. We have a lot of Nuevillette sips here. Okay.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meropide, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself. Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
Yep.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up.
This dude has plans and contingencies for everything. Even when friends show up.
Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase. I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Oh, really?
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
Because he's friends with Melusine. You should know them. You should know her. Xianyun.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Oh, did I hear someone say Melusine? What happened?
Oh, speaking of Melusine, here's another one coming in.
Xianyun!
A Melusine named Kiara received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
Yeah, we all got the whole Fontainian citizens protecting her.
There's no need to worry.
She got
Clarand is protecting her as we speak.
Anna Clarand.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
I really wish Hoya would make Xianyun a character to use, to put her in the roster. Because I would not mind and pray to have a Melusine on my team after this quest.
Writhsley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
My dude, don't waste his time. He's already pissed off about one incident.
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that.
Yeah, because he don't take bribes or any favoritism. Which is why the case with Faltrin was heavy.
But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you.
It makes me question, if Writhsley was a criminal, how did he become the Duke in the first place? I guess we'll find out in his story quest.
Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. Ah, and watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Nah, I'm pretty sure. She's always concerning, and I love Xianyun for this. Oh, look who it is. Interpret Falberry. Good times for those world quests. Good times.
To Neuvillette?
Now that I think about it, I
What
can
the-
leave this place soon. Huh?
What? Who are you?
I'm Oriole, a member of the Mutual Aid Network.
Mutual Aid Network? Were you about to say something, dude?
I must have been mistaken.
No, you're not mistaken. You saw Neuvillette. What in the world?
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink?
From you. If it's homemade, I'm not sure if I'll pass.
Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway.
She thought my head. Thank you, Paimon, for noticing my thoughts.
Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that.
Just please give us some water.
I'll bring you some tea. I'm
Or
sure
tea.
you'll have a lot to talk about.
Yes, please bring tea from Duke's pantry.
Typical Xianyun. Concerned about everyone's health as always.
Like a Melusine.
Why aren't you two saying anything?
The criminals we passed by earlier.
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
You're not exactly a sight for sore eyes around here. I want to bully Paimon so much. I don't... Am I gonna be this jerk who always will bully Paimon? Paimon. I said Paimon.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Oh, that was directed towards him. My bad. Alright, mysterious organization. Wait a minute. Mutual Aid Network. That's a name I haven't seen. I had never seen those two before, honestly.
Anything you need?
The badge you're wearing.
Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
You're serious?
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
Sounds
All we
suspicious.
want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
I have clear suspicion about these mutual aid networkers.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
Let's see. Help each other. Do all you can for further justice. Do not detest just judgment. The above are the 3 principles of the Mutual Aid Network. All are welcome to join. Membership is free. You see that? Membership is free. That's suspicious. No compulsory group events. The Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they're able, including but not limited to cleaning, exercising, tutoring, studying. Yeah, support group.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
Yeah, no thanks, buddy.
You two look kind of familiar. It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Medal of Peace?
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
Wait a minute. What's his name? Faltrin.
Information. Let's head back and talk to Nuevillette.
Okay. I don't think it's suspicious, but it just makes me think. What if this mysterious organization, this mutual aid network, what if this person, the first president, was indeed Faltrin? What else could he do?
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were
Really?
awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
So the first 2 medals of peace were belonging to Carol and Vautrin. And if the medal was inspired by that medal, I can only assume, and I was right, maybe Vautrin did something while in the Fortress of Merope. If he was guilty, and he wouldn't be able to be released anytime soon, he would have to do something else that would truly inspire.
Oh, so the network was inspired by
Vautrin himself.
His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
Yeah.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this.
Oh, sorry. I always skip the little bits here.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Nuevillette?
Yeah. Respect the Iudex, mother. Respect the Iudex, man.
What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
He's the judge, not the executioner.
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine?
And what for?
Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
Fess up, or we'll do something for you.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What?
Oh, so there's another game here. So there was another person here.
You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
He suspects that someone else is backing him.
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case.
And not to mention you're in an underwater prison. Your sentence could be jettisoned outside. But the question is, do all Fontainians receive the blessings of Hydro and breathe underwater? Or my worst execution would be, oh, just dip them in the primordial water.
I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
Ah, someone is backing you, and they're gonna threat you if you do tell them.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines?
Ignorance is not an excuse, by the way. You're hopeless.
My initial target was Nuevillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back.
But that wouldn't happen, fool.
But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Chiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
That's just petty, man.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Xianyun, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later.
Yes, follow the Melazine, babe.
So, Monsieur Nuevillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Like a remnant of the old regime, maybe?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this.
Technically, he is overthinking it.
Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
Just like the one scene from the Fountain Luzine where everyone is protecting a Melazine. They even volunteer to be their bodyguards.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
They did.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
They're ready to kick some ass for the protection of Melazine rights.
Monsieur Nuevillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice.
Yeah, it says they couldn't target a key figure. Might as well target a Melazine, someone who's vulnerable for trickery, like I said.
For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you, and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Indeed.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Dominico.
Tragedies like that won't ever happen again. Literally.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments.
And yet the people still regard you as a key figure, or regard you as a high figure.
It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
Especially the fact that you just saved the entirety of Fontaine by making them human.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
What kind of tea is it? I would be glad to have a cup.
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me.
Yeah, every trial he is the eternal judge.
The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak.
And who?
The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going to.
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress.
My theory was right.
According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Doesn't he hate Neuvillette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
Wait, really?
An act?
Really?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment.
Ah, so Vautrin understood Neuvillette's personality, but the citizens, the ongoing seers in the Opera House wouldn't like that. So he puts on an act to, to make sure that.
Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice.
Right. Okay. I was trying to make sense of why his act. I just couldn't put it into words. So he was trying to make him a firm believer of the law and the justice, not to be favorited by Neuvillette, to giving them a unfair judgment in the eyes of the people.
And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me.
I don't know.
Does anyone else have anything to say?
I honestly don't know if I was right about that, but I don't know.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back.
Okay.
Please, take care.
Alright. I guess it's the end here.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin.
That much is for certain.
The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me.
And what is it?
I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
I'm thinking, Paimon, shut
What
it.
I really think is... every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
As the Hydro Dragon, a sovereign, Nuevillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then, perhaps the lines between him and humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
No problem, newbie.
Oh.
Ooh.
Huh? It's raining!
Oh, is he crying again?
I forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
Paimon, you're the umbrella. Get on top of my head. Oil never ceases to amaze me with this.
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
That literally sent chills on my spine. And I think it did too, for Nuevillette. Wow.
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
Where was this from anyway?
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
This is when he took over? Oh.
He owes me so many answers.
I just want to get some of these characters' songs.
You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
When are you going to be the character to play Arlecchino?
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing.
Who's that?
And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Nuevillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Oh no. I think I'm about to cry too. And the present. Oh man. I was about to be in tears too. The dam still held. Oh.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusine should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah,
They're
you
here to
didn't
help.
drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
Back to work, I assume?
At the Palais Mermonia. More than 50 people offered to protect
What?
her. Some
What?
of them hid within the bushes to look out for danger.
Wow, Kiara got her own army.
I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate.
Damn it. Damn it, Charlotte.
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
I'm surprised that she can stutter. Is she about to faint?
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
She's been waiting for this, and her excitement exploded.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Is that it? Let's have a convo.
Oh, an exclusive interview! Am I dreaming? Oh, what should I ask him?
Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Yeah. Oh, she was sleeping. That's cute. She can sleep standing. Can we...
Kiara?
So they can sleep standing?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
No. Go ahead and sleep some more. I'm sorry. The sleeping faces of Melusines are often adorable.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
I still can't imagine Paimon being a big sister to this one.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now.
Eh? Huh?
Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time.
She don't know. Oh no, that is really sad.
She looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alof.
Of course.
Can we see?
Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Are we gonna see her model now? And that is it. Alright, where was that store again? I need to know. Aw, she's not here. God damn. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for today. It has been about a week, technically 3 days of recording, and I had to miss 2 days, because, well, IRL stuff, you know. And this is going to be a long edit for me to try to make a good video here, and I think it was a wonderful journey for this one quest here. Okay. So I just want to thank you all for watching this video, and I am very happy that you dropped by and consider just watching the video, even if it's for a few hours or a few minutes, maybe skip the things. My reactions are not as surprising, maybe. And it's because I played games a lot, and I'm just generally amazed. I'm generally speechless about most things. And also, it's early in the morning, and I don't feel like reacting so much. And if you guys have any comments about anything really, about the new character, about which story, which quest I should try out next, or if you guys truly enjoy watching some Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail. But I will generally go back to playing horror games, maybe, or any random games. I just feel like making something like this. And, of course, if you are new to the channel, or just returned just to watch a few of my videos, please be sure to support my channel by clicking the subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. And notification bell when I go post my videos as well. So, and as always, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the new video. Peace out, and have a very happy February.